Taurus, what's going on? This is your solar lunar eclipse reading for Scorpio season. I'm sorry if you still can't hear me. Don't worry, I got a mic on the way. All right, so by the time you see this video, the mic may already be here, so please just bear with me. I appreciate your patience with the sound. I believe it's this new phone I got, because I haven't had any issues with sound until I got this new phone and you guys start telling me you can't hear me. So anyway, this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and my other channel, the Many Styles of Tarot, the Silent Enemies readings. I put in the community tab, but I post them on my other channel, which is called the Many Styles of Tarot. The link for that is in the box below, so you can either go to the box below to get the link to subscribe, or you can go on this channel to the community tab, look at the most recent post, which is the Silent Enemies readings. If you click on it, it'll take you to that channel and you can subscribe there as well. Now, you got a lot going on. You and Scorpio, actually all the fixed signs, you know, have a lot going on with this energy, this solar lunar eclipse energy coming up. So the soul, okay, we got 3 cards, perfect. So let me tell you what's going on. So if you checked out some of the other readings for this month, you know we got a lot of activity going on in October. A lot of planets moving from one sign to the other. A lot of planets coming out of retrograde. Okay, we even got one going into retrograde, and that's Mars in Gemini. And I'll do a reading for you guys for that in a couple of days. So after I wrap these up, that's what I'm going to be working on. So now, on October 23rd, we're talking about your Scorpio house and your Taurus house, because this is where the solar and lunar eclipse energies are going to happen. So let's talk about the Scorpio house, because that's where the eclipse happens first, the first eclipse, the solar eclipse. So on October 23rd, Venus moves into Scorpio. On October 24th, the sun moves into Scorpio, all right? And it'll be officially Scorpio season. On the October 25th, the partial solar eclipse happens, okay? So a lot going on in your Scorpio house. So for you, this is your opposite polarity. This is your house of relationships, your house of partnerships of all kind, business, family relations, intimate relations, okay, your best friends, any type of relationship, any type of relating that you do. This house rules that, right? And how you balance the scales between you and these people. Also has to do with political things as well, things of a political nature. If you're into politics, has to do with legalities as well. So the 7th house covers a lot of those things. Now, 2 weeks after the partial solar eclipse, in your house, we have the full moon in Taurus, okay, on November 8th. That's where the lunar eclipse is occurring. And then plus you have the North Node in your first house, as well as Uranus in retrograde. Oh, and don't forget, in your Scorpio house, we got the South Node for the collective as well. So we got the South Node, Venus, the Sun, and the partial solar eclipse. 2 weeks after that, we got in your house the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. We already got the North Node in Taurus, and we got Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. Lot going on with your first house and your 7th house, your house of partnerships, okay? So the top 3 cards I have here are going to be for your Scorpio house. The bottom 3 cards are going to be for your first house, which is your Taurus house. And the overall energy for the spread is going to be the 6 of Wands. So this is all about winning, being acknowledged, recognized for who you are, what you bring to the table, having a lot of fans or a lot of admirers, people rooting for you, okay? There could be some type of competition. Maybe you're an athlete, but let's see what's up. So for your Scorpio house, we got the star energy in reverse, which is Aquarius, major arcana here. We have the everything is fine card, okay, which is also the 10 of swords. Then we have the 6 of swords. Okay, a lot of sword energy going on in your Scorpio house, your house of partnerships, okay? Your house, we have the 8 of cups in reverse. Major arcana of the Fool, which is Uranus, makes sense. Uranus is there. And then we have the major arcana of Saturn. Okay, so with your seventh house, your house of partnerships, I feel like you may be at a point here where you're realizing that there was something that you may have really wanted, but it is not coming into fruition. Okay, with your seventh house partnerships, this could be anything. This could have been a job not coming into fruition the way you thought it would. Or now that you have it, you realize you don't really want it because of all of the things that you've been through while you were in the midst of obtaining it or while you were in that connection, no matter what the connection was. I feel as if you have taken a lot of criticism. You may have even had some type of verbal betrayal happen, okay? You may have come to the conclusion that, this is not what you really want, no matter how much you've tried, and you may have decided that it's time for you to move away. There could be various relationships that you've had to shut down, whether it was friends, family members, business colleagues, or co-workers, what have you, okay? You may be looked at also as the bad guy, for cutting these people off. That could be the case because maybe these people were comfortable when you were under their web, so to speak. And I feel like for some of you with that Uranus in retrograde in your first house, you definitely are breaking out of those types of connections and realizing what's important and what's not in the relationships that you are in, that you're not being respected and treated the way you want to be. I feel like you've come to the conclusion about those, and now for some of you, you may have already cut them off, but for some of you, it's to the point once you get to this full moon, you're going to be at your limit with people who are not doing you the way they need to do you, and you're going to be walking away from these people, right? So we got like 16 swords here. That's a tower moment happening. So some of you are realizing that some of these connections or relationships that you have here, you may have wanted them, they didn't turn out the way you wanted. Or like I said, you could be being looked at as the bad guy. Everybody's looking at you like you're the bad guy, but in reality, that's not the case, right? Now, in your Scorpio house, in your Taurus house, your first house, I feel like you've learned a lot. These were difficult relationships for you to walk away from because you were emotionally attached to these people or these situations. And I feel like you're just rebelling against them with the Fool energy, and you're saying, you know what, I'm shutting all this down with the World energy. I'm shutting it all down. And that's what I feel like you guys are doing. I want to clarify this energy, though. Let's talk to me about the Star card in reverse. Yeah, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Swords coming out twice. So you may have felt stuck in something that you were not happy with. The Star card, when it's upright, to me, it represents, your dreams, your goals. But for a lot of you, this is fake as friends, because this is heavy Aquarius energy. The Six of Swords is Aquarius energy, and it is clarifying the Star energy. All right. So for a lot of you, this is your friends, as far as, people you thought were your friends or people you associated with, that you thought were cool with you. But for a lot of you, you had emotional attachment to these people, okay? And you could have dealt with them, you could have met them anywhere. But I feel like with this everything is fine energy here, maybe they were saying things, or, people will say little slick shit, you don't say nothing, but it bothered you, and I feel like you may have dealt with that with a couple of people. They comment on things, they don't know what they're talking about, or, for some reason you may have given them put them in a position where they felt like they were comfortable saying what they wanted about you or to you, and it just got to the point where maybe you had enough. We have the everything is fine clarified with the King of Cups. Yeah, see, you were hiding your emotions about what these people were saying to you and how they were talking to you. You weren't saying anything. For some of you, you were keeping it to yourself. Or these people were talking about you behind your back with this King of Cup energy, because that's Scorpionic energy. The Scorpionic energy also deals with what's going on behind closed doors, or what's going on in secret. And so in secret, you may have been pretending that everything was all good, but it really wasn't. Or these people were pretending to be friends with you or be cool with you, but in reality, it was fake. So you may have found that out at some point, because of the Six of Swords energy, you're trying to move away from that. Yeah, the moon came out. What I tell you about that moon energy, when that full moon come, you're going to get to the point where you had enough. Clarify this full moon. Yeah, the Two of Wands. You're trying to figure out which way. You're going to be figuring out which way to go. Some of you are already in the process of planning, and by the time the full moon gets here on November 8th, you will have decided which way you're going to go, or you're going to present options and opportunities for yourself that puts you in a position where you can move away from this. Some of you are actually physically moving away. You're actually picking up and moving. You may be keeping that to yourself. Okay? So let's talk about what's going on in your first house. So the Eight of Cup energy in reverse. This is a situation. This is not like the first time you've walked away from this circumstance or these circumstances or situations or people. You've gone back and forth with them because, you know, you probably tried to make the peace with the situation, make peace with them. If there was some issue, you probably turned the other cheek, you know, and you're just like, okay, let's just forget that. Let's work it out. I feel like you've done that a lot of times here. Clarify this Eight of Cup in reverse. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles and the major arcana of the Hangman energy in reverse. Yeah, so double Neptunian energy here, Piscean energy. You see what's going on here, so now you're protecting yourself from these people. Because for some of you, these people were hiding things from you, is what I'm getting. I get a lot of hiding energy. Well, we're dealing with Scorpio, so things that are hidden behind the scenes. So really what's been going on is these people, see with the Page of Cup energy in reverse, these people were just emotionally manipulating you. They were trying to play you. They were trying to pull the wool over your eyes, acting like they were protecting you or they care about you and they were looking out for you. But that wasn't the case, and you figured that out, or you will. And with this Fool energy here, you rebel against them. You stop in their tracks and you say, you know what? I'm not going that way anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not messing with you anymore. I'm not dealing with this anymore. And with the Two of Pentacle energy here, you're looking at what's important to you, what you value, what makes sense. It's like, okay, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in this because I ain't getting nothing out of it. Or you know what? I'm spending less time with these people now. I'm going to put my priorities in perspective, what's important to me, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't care what anybody else has to say about it. And they may have something to say about it under their breath or behind your back. You may have found out about it. Could have been some emails or some he say, she say online, people throwing subliminal jabs at you, things like that online, social media or text or email. But I feel like with the world energy, the universe is telling you it's time for you to wrap up these karmic cycles. There's many of them. For some of you, there are many of them. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. It's like you've been waiting around too long. That's Taurus energy right there. It's like you've been sitting around thinking about this, but you hadn't taken action. I feel like for some of you, you're going to get to the point by the time the 8th gets here of November, it's like you're going to go ahead and make full moves. Some of you could have been saving up your money. That could have also been why you were still in this situation. So what I feel like is for some of you on the low, you're saving up your money because you're about to get out. You're about to leave. You're either about to quit this job. You're about to stop messing with these people. You're about to stop messing with this lover. You're about to stop messing with certain family members. Whoever it is, whatever it is, it could be a combination of both. You're about to shut shit down. And nobody knows that you're planning this but you. For some of you, you're actually going to be physically moving. So we have the Six of Wands, the Six of Cups reverse, the High Priestess again, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So yeah, for some of you, you're leaving the past behind, okay? These people had unrealistic expectations, is what I'm getting here. Or you may have had unrealistic expectations of how these people saw you. I feel like, you're realizing, that you got to look out for yourself. You got to fend for yourself, is what I'm getting here. And you're keeping things to yourself as far as what you're going to do, is what I'm getting here. You're keeping it to yourself. You're trying to decide maybe you're trying to decide the best way to go about doing this. Some of you could be debating on, should I apologize to this person or should you accept an apology? Somebody could be coming to you wanting to apologize to you. They could be bigging you up. Maybe they see you doing well now. It's like, oh, I don't know. I just feel the energy of people celebrating you in some way, shape, or form, but behind your back, they're jealous and envious of you. I feel like they're mad because you won't, you won't go back to the way things were. You won't do things that put you in a position where you're allowing these people to dictate and control what's going on in your world, in your life. For some of you, they don't want to accept the fact that you are able to, do you. You can do you. You have the choice to. Some people may not like the fact that you are popular. Maybe people feel a certain way about you. Okay, for whatever reason, it could be whatever you do for a living as well. And so maybe people are drawn to you, and you could have some friends and family who are haters. Some of you, I'm also getting energy that some of you may find out about a child. There could have been somebody who got pregnant by somebody else. That could be the case here. But somebody's definitely planning on making moves and they're keeping it to themselves. All right, whatever the situation is, whatever your scenario is, some of you are not putting in any more work into the situation. Some of you may have stayed around for the children, but you realize that, that's not working, right? You may have tried to stay in the connection for the children. But some of you, you're dealing with someone who's very manipulative. They could have been manipulating you because of money. So some of you could be well off and comfortable, and you could be around people who are just playing with you because of money. They know that you have feelings for them, and they're manipulating you. So some of you may have decided to come out of this connection or this business agreement or this relationship or this friendship or whatever, this group environment, whatever it is. I do sense that somebody's saving their money and they're about to make a power move. All right, so this is just some of the general, this is very general. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This could be some of the things that you could be dealing with, Taurus, in reference to this solar lunar eclipse energy that's coming up. If you need a personal, my information's in the box below. Feel free to reach out. But don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other channel as well. I wish you guys the best, and take care of yourself, Taurus.